So I've been meaning to do follow-ups for recent videos I did here on this channel. I did a video talking about my bad experience at a car dealership a few months back. We've had a good experience at a car dealership, and also talked about my bad experience with eBay. I've had a good experience with eBay, even though I still have ended all my lists. So first, let's talk about the thing with the car. So we wanted to buy a car, a Toyota RAV4. We went to a dealership where there were a lot of dealerships. Turned out to be a mistake, and they jacked up the sale price. So we ended up going to another smaller Toyota store, which is actually a lot better one. No high pressure sales there. It's Riverside Toyota in Rome, Georgia. Not sponsored, but we went there, placed the order. The price was the price. Got it, agreed on everything, signed the paperwork, put the $1,000 down, and then they ordered it, and it would take anywhere from a month to 4 months for it to come. Well, in July, end of July, the Toyota RAV4 came, and I was very happy to go and get it because we had two old cars that were about to die. One did die. And so we got it, and that dryer is so noisy. But I don't even know if you can hear it or not. But so we got the Toyota. I did, and I don't normally do this, but they had an extended service plan. That this is something I probably fussed at about the other dealership, but they explained it to me, read it, the information, and it's something you can get your money back. I don't recommend getting extended service plans because it's like I would have never needed it on this truck actually. So the truck, it took 16 years for something to go wrong with it, and these plans would have long since been expired with that. But I think I can get my money back on some of this that I put into it. But anyway, even with that, it was still like way less than what the other, way less than what the other Toyota dealership was, because the other Toyota dealership added like a $5,000 fee because cars are hard to get right now, which is just crooked. But yeah, Riverside Toyota in Rome, pretty cool. Got my wife a new car. It's her first new car that she's had since we've been married. Way overdue. Way overdue. So very happy with that. So I got to work some things out. I got to make some viral videos. I have some ideas for some things. I want to make some videos that kind of go viral because I need a car, because my Nissan truck that I love, that I've had for a long time, Catalytic Converters. Long story short, went to Firestone shortly after that. I went to Firestone for tires. They ended up working on my engine and brakes. About a month after that, my catalytic converters clogged. It blew the engine. And replaced the catalytic converters. Unfortunately, the cracks in the engine didn't reveal themselves until after that was replaced. Because it wasn't like massively leaking oil, it just took time for the oil to start manifesting itself. And then, they put a camera in it, and the engine block is cracked. So you got to replace the engine. So I've poured like $5,000 into this car, and because of the way the car market is, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, normally you wouldn't do that to an older car, but because it's so hard to find other trucks and cars, I was like, well, it's just $5,000. Well, I wouldn't have put the $5,000 in it if I knew the engine was cracked. The temperature gauge never went up or anything like that. So it's a little depressing because this is, so I was doing the AFU podcast, Brick Czar, Mardi Gras Man, and Brick Trains were over there, and we're looking at a Lego set that was on eBay. It was not a Lego set, it was a Lego auction for a vintage store display, a Samsonite store display from 1962. That was $1,962, actually, since 1962, $1,962. Somebody actually bid on it. And it wasn't me. But I would have rather spent the $2,000 on that than on a truck that doesn't run now. So I literally spent over $5,000 in the last 2 months on that truck, and I'm not ever going to drive it again. Well, I'll tell you about it. I'll probably drive it from the mechanic shop back here and put it on Facebook and just get whatever I can out of it. I doubt I'll get much for it. I mean, it's got brand new tires on it. Brand new tires. Oh, it's so sad. It's sad. Oh, and the engine light's on my other car. It's like this is what I was thinking. Is like get my wife's car, and then I'll have this nice truck that I can drive because it got these repairs. It'll be good shape. I can drive it for another 10 years. No, engine's gone, and I just don't want to spend. It's like you got to cut your losses. You know, I spent $5,000. I don't want to pour another $5,000 to $10,000 in this because I could have taken that $10,000 and put it towards a brand new car. So that's what I want to do, but I gotta. That money that just like almost was literally just set on fire. It's like it's the same effect. I poured it into the car, or I could have just taken it in the backyard and put it in a fire. That's $5,000 just up in smoke. And I've been looking for it. There's a quote from Al Bundy, and I can't find it. I've been looking for it. If anybody can find the quote, I think it's from the 976 shoe episode where he borrowed $50,000 to make a hotline for shoes. I can't find the full episode yet. I think it's on Hulu or something, but at some point I think he says something like this, and again, this is like 30 years ago, so I may be wrong on the quote, but he says, what's another $50,000 that I don't have? So that's the way I feel about this $5,000. I need $5,000 to put down on another car. And I'm like, what's another $5,000 that I don't have? So if I get a little snarky or cynical or just look a little depressed in some of my videos, this is part of what's been like weighing on me the last few weeks and months. But I'm very thankful. We're not like, we're not hurting. I mean, I got like Lego sets, and we did buy a new car, but it's just, everybody's got their own things they deal with, and it doesn't matter that I bought these sets and the trains and everything. It's still like it never feels good to throw money away. All right, so the other thing I wanted to follow up on, eBay. So you remember I had the comic books I sold that I talked about. I sold these comic books, and like a week goes by and the guy says they haven't come, and he opens a claim on me. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I'm like, I told him, I said, I have stuff I've waited months for. I didn't file a claim. The only thing, it was like, if you didn't get it within 60 days, maybe even 45 days, file a claim then, because you want to have your return rights. But he filed a claim like after 10 days total. And I was like, you got to be kidding. And he said eBay made him do it. I'm like, no, they didn't. You did it. I have so many things that took more than 2 weeks to come, more than a month to come. eBay didn't say, hey, have you got your item yet? No? Oh, open a claim on them. No, they didn't. You did it. And that's what in the whole interaction with this idiot, that's what made me the maddest, is him trying to blame it on eBay. eBay didn't make him do it. He did it because he's an impatient jerk. So I had the tracking, provided it to eBay, and then they still rewarded him the money, and we're going to take it out of my checking account. I'm like, you have got to be kidding. You see on the tracking, it hasn't been delivered yet. And they're like, well, you should have had delivery confirmation. I'm like, or a signature confirmation. I'm like, that wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter because it hasn't been delivered yet. Even if it had signature confirmation, if it hasn't been delivered, they can't sign for it. you, so I I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to try to intercept it because, once they awarded it to him, there's nothing I could do. But I thought about it a long time, and then I did it on my phone, which probably wasn't the best idea, but there's a way you can appeal. So I did the appeal of the thing, and the appeal wasn't so much about the individual transaction. It was just like, hey, I've been on this site for 22 years and you don't care about me. That was what my appeal was. I'm like, I've showed you the tracking. It hasn't been delivered yet. I understand that he's worried he might not get it. I stand behind every auction I've done. I've been doing this for 22 years. If somebody's not happy, I'll give them their money back. If they don't get their items, I'll give them their money back. I've done it before. Actually, no, I haven't done it before because everybody's always got their items. So and you just like rubber stamped it and gave it to him. Well, I got a response from an actual human being who looked at my case and awarded me back the money. I couldn't believe it. And they went on and I guess they literally did look at my history on eBay and how I had, an immaculate, is that the right word? I had an exceptional record. I mean, I don't sell as often anymore as other people do, but over the years, I've shipped thousands upon thousands of packages, and I've shipped stuff this year, and they can see that I always fulfill the thing. So anyway, yeah, they say case is closed. You keep your money. So what I think actually happened is he got refunded, and eBay ate the costs. That's what I gathering from it, because it still says case closed. They said you don't have to worry about this. And I was shocked. So I did the rant about eBay, about this whole situation. I'm still a little hurt about it, but I cannot conscientiously sit here and not acknowledge that they fixed it, at least on this part of it, like not penalizing me for something I didn't do wrong. And so they did, I didn't lose the money. Well, the guy, I haven't checked my messages on eBay in the last couple of days, but I had, when this all happened, I had set notifications on USPS. So I took the tracking number and I put all notifications. So anytime that item would get scanned or anything, I would get a notification on it. Well, I never got a notification ever until now. I got a notification. Item has been delivered to Louisiana. So it's there. The guy got it. And I remember the last thing I said to him over a month ago when he did this, I said, enjoy your free comics. So this is before I knew that eBay was going to give me my money back, because I was like, I'm just done with it. I'm so done with this. I went that day and canceled all my auctions that I had. I just closed them, ended them. And nobody had any bids on them anyway, but I ended them all, and I'm like, I haven't looked at listing anything since. But hey, I'm pleased that they responded, but it's just sad that you have to appeal something like this. Sad that it even got to that point. I still think it's a problem, and I've had a lot of fun looking at Mercari. Although Mercari is like the Wild West or something. It's like I've gotten packages. I don't know what these people are thinking when they ship it, but it does remind me of the early days of eBay. I had a train item. It was like this thick. There's a box like this wide, and about that thick. It was they packed it in a box like this big with no packing. I'm like, why did you not cut the box down, or put some padding in there, and it was just like, so the thing could, if the box got turned upside down, the item would fall. There's that type of thing. It's like just air. Air is not a good thing for boxes, people, by the way, if you didn't know that. I know people, they have air bubbles. That's a little different, but just an open box, just like a giant box, throw a smaller item in the box and say, it's good. No, that's not good. But the Mercari's been interested in buying stuff because it's neat finding the deals. Of course, there's not nearly as many items for sale, but I think as more people get annoyed with eBay, you might see more people selling things there. Again, it's just a tiny percentage of what's on eBay. But if I can make Mercari work as a seller, I would love to do that. I'd love to try the comic books. Other people have told me to do whatnot, so I'm thinking about doing that. Just because I need to get the comic books out of here. Hey, if anybody wants 29,000 comic books for $5,000, hit me up. I think actually it might not. I take it back. It's probably we'll say it's more. We'll say 25,000 because I'm not 100% sure how many I have now. It may actually be closer to 25,000 comic books. Yeah, because that guy just got like 210 in that auction that he got for free. Yeah, it's 25,000 comic. 5,000, would that be a good price for all of them? I really would rather have get 7 to 10,000 for all of them. But in order to get that price, I mean, I probably could actually get more than that if I took the time to sell them individually. That's a lot of comic books to sell individually. I'd rather just do bulk lots. So like, here's 100 for 25 bucks. Or let's see, yeah, 100 for 25 bucks would be 5,000 for, I can't do math. It'd be like 7,000. I'm going to go. Thank you for watching my rant channel. Apparently, it's not supposed to be the rant channel, but it'd be more of me just like talking about my life and things that are going on. I think that's what this channel is now. I enjoy talking to you, and I'll see you in another video when I get around to making one. You can subscribe if you want. We got a lot of new ones. Not videos, subscribers.